Next news item comes from Napoleon, and this would be cookout news. Napoleon's latest griddles are turning outdoor kitchens into foodie showpieces. First, you've got your Rogue Pro Phantom, a durable workhorse with rust-resistant 403 stainless steel cooktop, 4 burners, edge-to-edge heat, folding shelves, backlit knobs, locking wheels, and even a bottle opener. Their freestyle model is a pre-seasoned non-stick classic with 3 burners, tool hooks, folding shelves, an easy clean grease tray, perfect for pancakes to steaks. And they have a built-in series. Made from 304 stainless with dual U-shaped burners, a removable lid, safety glow backlit knobs, dual zone cooking, front access grease tray, and it's big enough for 28 burgers at once on 500 square inch surface. All 3 models are available now, bringing power, style, and convenience to outdoor cooking this summer. So what I was taken back with, John, by these new griddles from Napoleon was what the griddle surface was made out of, that they have a couple different options depending on which way you want to go. So they have their stainless steel option, and they have their nonstick option. Looks to me similar to cast iron. I don't think it is cast iron because it is steel, but it is a nonstick surface. But one thing that I really liked about this, and at least how I felt about griddles when I was selling griddles, was they seem great in concept. And you've been to diners and you've been to restaurants that have griddles, and people, how much fun would it be to cook on that or teppanyaki? And you get it home, use it twice, you never use it again because you have to maintain it. And Napoleon did a great job where when you go to these products on their website, the video underneath it is how to maintain the griddle. They don't hide it. They don't pretend that you don't have to and you're going to be happy with this. You have to take care of these griddle tops. The other thing I really like about these is the multiple zones, especially some like one with 3 zones. Is when you're cooking on a griddle, you're going to inevitably have I need this hot surface, I need this warm surface to finish foods. So they've covered all of the griddle bases, in my opinion, really well. John, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, all great points. And look, this is what happens when you come into a market a little bit later than your competitors, right? Is that when you look at what they're doing, it's very intentional what they did, right? They're filling a gap in their own lineup, which is true, but they're actually filling a gap in the industry as a whole in terms of the expectations around build quality and those types of things that you're talking about, right? When you look at what they did, really, they pre-seasoned their griddle tops, right? And that's removing kind of one of those common barriers for these first-time buyers that are in the market for them. Some of these higher end units are built with 430 and 304 stainless steel, and most of the market is rolled steel or powder coated, they also use dual U-shaped burners like you were talking about in their higher end models. That's going to give you better, more even heat distribution, right? And as we know, most of these are built with those single strip units that create these hot zones. And then, backlit knobs, and they even include warming racks, which I don't believe any of their competitors even have. So are these revolutionary moves? No, but they're super intentional like we talk about. They're targeting those known issues that everybody else in the griddle category hasn't been able to figure out yet. So it's really, really smart that they're diving into seasoning anxiety and cheap finishes and uneven heat and limited flexibility. They took care of all these things with this launch. And, the griddle market has become way more than just a backyard toy, right? And really what these guys are doing is they've kind of raised the floor of expectations, because you're getting a lot of these features even in that entry-level market or even that mid-market where nobody can even touch this story in terms of the way it's spec'd out. So sometimes it actually makes sense to jump into the pool a little bit later so you can fix all those things that, other brands are getting backlash on. So it's smart.